Syracuse University, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on another team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world.
Wide open spaces. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. From the gun, the ground game.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans. A year ago, as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing, the Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like, all the pass.
He's loose. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
7, North Carolina, 0.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So North Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Gonna run it. It's Hood. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for space, it's Willis. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Here's the handoff. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The Orange will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Makes the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He breaks a tackle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Lopez wants to fire. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds a tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Quickly complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell that.
Ernie on the Jets. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Gill. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Lopez to pass. Finds his tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Orange. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll go to the toss. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious. He is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lopez wants to fire. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tar Heels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quickly complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Goss. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the back. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
Lots of running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. It's a seam wide open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Handoff from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
Lopez to pass. He caught it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to add another. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the ground, it's Willis. There he goes! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense got him at the 27.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted for the 11th time. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Hood. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. And the Tar Heels are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Lopez wants to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. caught in the backfield. It's Nixon. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Gonna look downfield again. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Willis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive way to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. James Madison may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Lopez to pass. Snagged out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Tar Heels are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Touch pass on the run. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Lopez wants to fire. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Ross Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play to pick up a few. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The option look. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Tar Heels are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. Here's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Unleashes one. Hauls it in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Wants to go up top. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Off play action. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's gone.
Ball carried by the running back.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Second down.
They go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. Lopez to pass. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's Gauze. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we cut down the gun of the game. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Turning it on! The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, North Carolina.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And his kick is good. His 3rd field goal of the game, and this is the one that wins it. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Brown. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top again. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Ford. Wide open spaces. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, right? Hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
Using the quick game. He's loose. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Headed to the end zone, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. Brown wants to pass. Touchdown, Cardinal! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeps it on the draw. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, So frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake.
Ernie on the Jets. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. It's a fumble! Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It is perfect.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Leaves it with the back. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but
it's a running room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be third and long. Lopez wants to fire. Oh, they're after him. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Pulls it in down the sideline. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
It's a seam wide open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the run, it's Gauze. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab. It's good.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Lopez to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this offense taking the sack, that is not what we need in this area. They've struggled really badly. Like, they're kicking too many field goals. A lot of times this will jump up and bite you later in the football game. This offense has got to protect their quarterback and execute better in this area of the field.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The give to the tailback. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get to the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Bring in the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Rushes on him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. There he goes. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Brown wants to pass. The throw. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Snap in the shotgun. Big fella moving. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Powers forward. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Touchdown, Cardinal! They move on top here in the 4th.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hauls it in. All out of space. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lopez wants to fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. The give to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The toss to the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll run it. It's Gauze. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 18 to Texas A&M. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Brown will throw it. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking for space. It's good. Still running at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Culliver. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. From the gun on third down. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse.